Live.
Yeah, oh, hi. Hey, isn't that great? All right, welcome to an exclusive post-show talk about Paint Club. I'm Rick Strohmeyer. I'm covered in bees, along with.
Mad Hatcher is covered in blankets.
There we go.
Bees?
All right, bees. Yeah, the hilarious Eddie Izzard bit.
Oh, I was like, I'm sorry. I don't see any insects surrounding your soul. I'm sorry to everybody because I'm yawning like crazy today. Forgive me.
Well, it's been a busy day.
Yeah,
All right, so
I went to a car show with my dad. That's a lot for me.
all right, so good folks of Instagram and YouTube and everywhere else. We are doing a Sunday show on our dead week because Coletta.
Oh, you want me to say why? Because yesterday I went to the Lonely Hearts Club show at Martian, where we both had pieces.
Did.
And we get to talk about that. So yeah, in person they had Ghost Boyko and Jason Naylor. I was like, wait, I said this like 6 times to him yesterday. This is a little like, that would be very rude of me. Yeah, they both were doing print signings. My prints didn't get there in time, like because of the ice storm. Well, no, it's okay because they're gonna either send them to me or I'm going to send them back signed. Or the problem is now the creatives are doing their East Coast show same day. So and it's not my solo show or anything like that. Zuki's having a solo show, and then the Illuminati's the window show. So I'm thinking about just signing them and sending them back so then I can go to the creatives and like support our friends there or whatever. But like, so Jason was there, Ghost Boy was there, Reb, hot actor, was not in the show but was just in there.
So hot.
Yeah, so hot. So hot all the way from Hawaii. Who else is there? John West Boy. Am I saying that wrong? Hold on. I have it pulled up because I knew I was going to say some people. I knew I was going to be all fucking like inaccurate with my names here today.
Okay.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of myself. Yay. That's how much I paid attention to stuff. Go Nicole. Well, yeah, your stuff was there, obviously. Jen Scadoot's stuff was there. Who else had stuff there? Christopher Luke, Depressed Monsters, Gabby Baez, Ramona de la Cruz. Her shit was crazy. And I took, of course, 0 pictures except for my selfie with Reb, which was also terribly done. And what's his name? Yeah, what is it? Money's Calling, the toy Money's Calling that they have.
Oh yeah, Mike Sanchez.
Yeah, so Mike Sanchez released a toy yesterday too. It's one of, I believe, 25, called Love Hurts. It's like a little like scully guy with a mallet. Yeah, John Westbay. There we go. He's the guy who does like the hearts with the cool like eyes, like the like lovey eyes. It's all on Martian's website. So like a bunch of people were there, which is really cool. And I was telling Rick that do I have it with me? Yeah. I brought my cards with me in case. And I should have had like the rest of them do one, but I didn't think about getting any cards made until Reb was signing my Raw Man toy by them. And they also had on display a few of the El Toro, Hello El Toro ones, like how there's the Hello Raw Man.
Yeah.
So he did this guy for me,
Nice.
and then of course has it upside.
It's not upside down. It
He's
depends on
so
how you turn
funny
it.
because right there, creative name, hot actor, reppin', raw man. Because he was like, "What am I repping?" I was like, "Hawaii," and he's like, "Raw man." And then sign below, see above. Fucking rep.
Dude's funny.
So when he was signing my toy, he's like, "You want me to sign the box?" And I was like, "You don't have to do all that." And he's like, you want me to draw on the box?" I'm like, I said you don't have to do all that. And he was like, "You want me to draw on the box?" I'm like, "You clearly want to draw on the fucking box. Draw on the fucking box for the love of God." Like, Jesus Christ. So he signed, or he drew on the box. Ghost Boy had a print released. So did Jason. I bought one. Ghost Boy had two. I bought one of them, and I bought one of Jason's. They're in the other room, and I'm not going to grab them. I'm sorry. I love everybody so much, but I'm really cozy right now.
Don't worry about it.
But they're on the website. they're very limited too. There weren't that many, like, numerically left when I was there.
How big was the edition or editions? We lost audio and video of Nicole. We are waiting.
Website. I was muted.
Yeah, muted and no video.
Oh,
I
that's
figure
fine.
out a cool word for muted or no video.
It was, so it's 30 for Jason and 20 for Ghost Boy on the ones that I got. And then you sold out very fast.
Oh, that's exciting.
And you know, it was hilarious.
What's that?
So because we do Paint Club here, I promoted us a bunch too. It was great. I got there late. Sorry, I didn't live stream, but there was like two accidents, and my 2 hour 5 minute drive turned into 3 hours in like 10 minutes. So I was like, but those are the moments where you're driving and you're just like, do I want to go and like, I just want to go home now. Like when it adds that much time, is like it had me go so far off, like askew for some kind of accident that happened on 95, that like when I saw the detour, I was like, just like knowing where it was, I was like, how bad must it, like, how, because that's a big stretch to go around. Like it was a lot around, because it took you through like part of Westchester that's like inward to bring you back down and around to the Bronx. Yeah, it was interesting. But you sold out fast, and I thought it was funny because Ethan thought, he goes, "But did you see the back of that toy?" Because the person who bought it was like, "I love Monsters Inc. Oh my God." And Ethan's like, "Yeah, but like to us later on, he's like, "But did you see the back, what it said?" I don't know if she saw what it said. And I was like, "You mean with Mike in the back?" And he goes, "No, it says S&M."
Forever.
and Kevin and I go, "Sully and Mike?" And he goes,
"Maybe."
"Oh, I thought it meant," I go, "It meant both. It's a double entendre." And that's when I was like, if you watched Paint Club, you would have heard him every single time he has a show. He goes into descript. He actually explained that's why it's not M&S forever. Because usually it's Mike and Sully. People say Mike and Sully, not Sully and Mike. And he's like, "Oh, I get it." It was just so funny. He was just like, "It says S&M."
He said a dirty word.
And we're like, "Yes."
cool. I got a Dr.
point.
Tran moment. All right.
It was so great. And then Skadoot sold out really fast right after. I think you both were like boom boom.
Right. Yeah, I didn't
And
see mine on the stream they did, which I'm not complaining. Like, but I saw Skadoo's
he took the guy
red dot.
took it, I think.
That's cool.
I think he took it with him.
That's cool too. Yeah, I saw
I
Skadoo's had a
I
red
didn't
dot.
see it by the time I got there. I looked for it and I was like,
Nice. That's also very cool.
they never usually let that happen. So I was kind of like, no, wait, that's not true. They do let that happen.
Yeah, they do, because like they did that, you know, they do that cash and carry all the time. That's fine. Yeah, because I saw one of Aaron's streams and like he did like this much of the show, and I saw a red dot on Skadoot, so I messaged her to congratulate her, and I was like, I guess I'll see the bigger show later, or I was like, well, I'll just talk to Nicole later. That's fine too.
Yeah, it was you guys were, I'm pretty sure, back to back from how like Ethan, the way
That's
Ethan
cool.
described the toys that he was saying. It described both of your toys because it was like, yeah, first it was the Disney one and the other one was like brains, and then I was like, oh yeah, that's Skadoot's. And there was actually a toy there by a Polish artist, and I really wanted to buy it, but it does not fit with any aesthetic in this household. It does not, it's not my style. It's not something that I would inherently put in my house. I only wanted it based on the name.
Well,
Its name is Laska.
Laska.
Laska is Polish for love.
Oh, that's cool.
Laska is also my mother's last name.
Oh, awesome.
And I was like,
sorry, I'm messing with the lights because it's a different time of day.
No, don't be sorry.
Let's go.
Don't be sorry. I close the blinds because there's a glare if I don't during the day. I mean,
right.
And when I saw that on the price list, I was like I went around trying to figure out which one it was, and it's cute. It's like this kind of like piggy looking like taxidermy like head.
Oh yeah.
And I loved it, and I was just like, yeah, I don't have $200 to buy it for my stepdad, who probably wouldn't hang it up in the house because that's obviously his last name also. But it was just like, what? Like my mom's name as a toy. And then this guy, like, remember I told you my little Scoopy came with the canvas?
Mm-hmm.
So this guy who was there wanted to buy the canvas, but not the toy because he doesn't collect toys.
Okay.
And I was like, sure. I don't give a fuck. And he's like, I like the subtleness of it. Because it was all black on the front with the horn, the Sergeant Pepper horn, and it had like this glaze over it that did like a color shift of like a glittery like rainbow thing. But the borders were color blocking of different black lights. So it was green, red, blue, purple.
That means you had two pieces there.
I had three.
Oh, there you go.
Technically, because the rejects were.
Oh yeah.
There. My Salvador Dali and Frida, and he liked the subtleness of like the black light hitting it or whatever. And I actually did I used my stamp and I embossed it, so it wasn't just like a stamp, it was like heated embossing and all that shit. And he's like, but like, so I didn't sign it, I just stamped the back of the canvas or the wood panel. And he's like, but I'm not going to be able to tell people who's the artist because I can't see like what the sign is on the bottom. So he gave me a Sharpie or like a gold marker and asked me to write like my name really big on like the back of it. Oh, wow. Right. But he didn't. He was like, I like the subtleness of like a horn with a heart because of it's Valentine's. I'm like, it's Sergeant Pepper's horn. He's like, oh. And it made me realize, like, damn, am I that weird that like most people haven't either seen the movie or know what the horn looks like? And then I'm like, yeah,
I've never seen
it. I am that weird. Most people don't know. They don't.
I've never seen it, so chalk it on the list.
There you go.
Like no, but it was like
it was really cool
That's cool. You gave up. You
to see
put out an
everyone.
Easter egg, so it's all right.
Yeah. And I know that they're all Martian Toys is also releasing a CanBot with Dragon 76
Mhm.
67 to 76.
76.
Thank you. Thank you. I was talking about the 76ers last night. So at this point, my
No, it's
brains
76.
and numbers.
Yeah, 76 because
Oops.
same my
Yeah,
birth year too.
There we go. That helps. So
And
so Dragon 76 has a CanBot coming out through Martian
cool.
on Monday, I think, tomorrow, and that was pretty dope.
All right.
And I know right now the Lonely Hearts Club pictures are up on their website. Most stuff sold out. Jason was the first organic sellout since Clav.
Nice.
So it sounds like shows are getting better again. Like people are spending on shows.
That's cool.
And I think a big part of everything, just like talking to a bunch of people, like a few of the artists there, is like, as much as we know our value should be higher, with what's going on, pricing it to sell is going to get us the money rather than pricing it at what we know the value to be. So like if it's something that like 3 years ago we'd sell at 400, 325,
Right.
something like that just makes it a little bit more appealing.
That's what I try to do for my show. Like, and if
They complimented that too. They were saying,
Really?
or like other people were saying that like about your show too, that like it was easier to shop.
That's cool. Like if we didn't have the they just sold like 2 more of my pieces like this past month, which is exciting. But like if I had been like, I don't want to say cheaper, but like if the economy wasn't as tanked, or like if I put less in, I would have sold more. I mean, that sounds stupid to say. If I had less in, I would have sold more. But yeah, like
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but like
the more you put in it, the more money you have to attach to it because it's more product time.
And just like the idea that you take 44 things, so it's like I don't have the draw power of Clav or Casey or whoever, but it's like very pleased about how much. Did not mean to turn this into talk about Rick. So like, but no, like just the pricing.
Talk about a show club.
Right. It was just like the pricing was pretty important to make sure like I didn't look like an idiot with my thumb up my ass and too high priced things. So
and when you go on the site, you can, from what's available, you can tell that it was obviously a price reasoning.
Right.
You can tell.
Would it? Okay, so I have one question because I saw the Beast Brothers had a there. Was it Megatech or a 6-inch? The Beast Brothers, Carlos and I forgot his twin brother's name.
Yeah, sorry, broke up for a second. That's why I was like, what?
Okay.
Let's see.
So the Beast Brothers had a Megatech there, but with their Cavalrita as the head instead of the regular tech head. So their skull.
Yeah.
Was that a Megatech or a 6-incher?
Let me see, because I actually was looking at it to buy myself.
I was like, I looked at the price and I was like,
6.
That was a 6-incher? Okay. I was looking at the price. I'm like, that's too good to be a Megatech, but like, I don't know how big their skullhead is in relation to, and who's to say they didn't print up a whatever size head. Like that's definitely a thing.
I love
nowadays.
that piece.
Yeah, that looked fun. I was like, wow, that looks like their Cavalrita. And then dumbass me looked at the artist like, it is the Beast Brothers.
And it says Cavalrita. Hold on, I'm pulling up the what is it? Ramona de la Cruz Gaston. She did a jumbo janky.
Oh yeah.
that thing is fucking insane.
Yeah.
The like when and it's I think it's $1,000, and I was like, worth it. And like, you know, I don't have $1,000 obviously, but like when I see like certain things that even if I'm like like shock sticker value because I don't have money like that, I'm like it's you can't deny its value is 100% that.
Okay. Very cool.
Like the work that must have gone in and the time and the meticulous like oh my god. It's just it's exquisitely like flat. It looks like it's so flat on it. It looks like it was printed on.
Okay.
Like it's so well done that it just looks like flat's not a good word because then that just sounds like it
It
has
looks
no
production about. It looks like a production.
there you go. My brain that's not here today. Thank you very much,
All right.
Extraordinaire.
Well, so I'd either, you know, like it looks like a production, or what else? Oh yeah, Ramona Dela Cruz. She's the one who did that. She made it. She just had a show with them like a couple months ago, didn't she? Because like she made, I think she's the same person who made this really cool Dragon Ravager, didn't she? And Alice in Wonderland one, I believe.
I
hope
think
it's
that
the same
was
person.
yeah. I think
I hope
so.
it's the same person.
You know, they also had the magnets. Remember how I told you I wanted one of the fucking magnets with their show schedule?
Yeah.
Oh, I grabbed one of those motherfuckers. That is right on my whiteboard that says what the fuck am I supposed to be doing?
Right.
So the creatives are having their thing the same
Excuse
day. As the next show, which is Zuki's show. And I know you're not going to be here, but if you have any cards that you would like signed and you want to send them over to me, like from the list of the artists, because I think they posted a list of who's going to be there. If you have any, you want to send them over, I'll
heavily
get that
consider the offer.
And I have top loaders, so I can put them back in like a safe card holder for you.
Okay. Cool.
It was nice to get out and like see people again at a show, especially like because I think the last time I went out to a show was yours. And then after that, Decon. And then I had the surgery. So it was like, I was home. It was really nice to like mingle and like, you know, a lot of the mask mandates are being like lifted and stuff. So like, you know, seeing a whole face, like, you know, that's also like a big thing. Like that was really nice, was being able to see like the whole face of people. Like Jason and I have talked on Instagram for a long time. And it was like, oh, we actually get to meet face to face, not even just mask to face. Like first time meeting somebody is not
facial features.
Yeah, because like I mean, you know how it's been. Like a lot of times during the last 2 years, first time you meet someone, you're like this.
Yeah. I guess
so like, oh hi, it's nice to meet you. Not hi, it's nice to meet you. And it's, I don't know. It's like you know, you go into your, I guess like you know, good example like my doctor's office, for Christ's sakes. All they know me as is this. You know, it's nice to meet colleagues and stuff without having to be eyes and top of nose bridge.
It is. It is. I had to do, like, one of my kids at work was like, they keep their eyes. They think like, hey. I pulled my mat. I was like, look at my face. Is this happy or sad? We're sad. That is correct. And it's like we're gonna have 7-year-old autistic kids figure out this.
Happy and sad days.
Happy and sad. And it's just like it's hard to show. Like I mean, like it's not hard.
It
I mean,
is.
It's not impossible, but it's like yeah, you know, we can say a lot with our eyes about like how we feel, but then sometimes that's just our listening faces or our like everyday face, you know.
Not everybody has good like eye expressions either. Like, you know, like big, I don't know. I roll my eyes a lot and I don't, not all the time. Am I doing it like a, ugh. So it's kind of like,
Yeah.
I don't know. Not everyone has good eye expressions. Like one time I forgot, what was I doing? I was just like, I was excited and I'm like this. And I was like, oh, and I was like, by the way, because it just looks like my eyes are open. Or I smiled or I was like all like it's yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like, oh my God, when I get my Botox, that's great because I'm like this. Everything is just
wow. So like yeah, it should be I don't know. I'm looking forward to 5 points, being able to see folks. And like that's like the light at the end. That's I don't want to say light at the end of the I will say it's light at the end of the tunnel right now. Everything's hard and you know, sun's finally deciding to come out over here and like I've had 2 days of blue skies with no snow. That'll change soon, but yeah, it's like you know I've like I primed a ton of crap before Christmas break. Not that everything's done, but it's like everything's been painted on in one way, shape, or form to where like I just anything that was blank or and that's just kind of sat idle for a while is it's like screw it, you're getting primed this weekend, and I'm gonna I'll make something up on you. I don't care what, or I'm just gonna have a lot of primed shit sitting on the shelf. So like
ready to
even
go.
this what? Yeah,
it'll be ready
even this
to
little
go.
dude. Yep, and this little dude, I just saw this sitting on the paint table. I'm like, that's going downstairs to get painted right now. Like,
What about
okay.
Cthulhu that's behind you?
Cthulhu gets primed here. So I am as much as I love my co-op, and I've never had anything
Don't bring a
stolen
$1,300 toy there.
stolen or damaged. I don't feel like leaving a $1,300 toy there overnight, nor do I feel like camping out for 24 hours to watch the $1,300 toy. So once I get a nice day to prime, that
I could see you doing that, being like,
nope, I'd be right outside. I'd put a cowbell on the door and just be outside in the other room.
yeah, that's what I mean. Your eyes closed, and every time
What are you doing?
like you hear one little like scuffle, you're just like.
So like, I mean, what the hell? Like when I painted I painted a 13 Joker Ravagers for Martian Toys, and they all went there. They all got primed there. They got primed there. Came back, painted here, then went back to get varnished, and they were fine. And like I took pictures of them there. Somewhere on my Instagram you can see those, and it was fine. And like, there's no reason to distrust because like there's cameras everywhere on there, and they have a 24-hour surveillance system. But I just want to have that one under my complete control the whole time, just like that Medusa bust that's downstairs. Like, plus it would be a pain. It's going to be a pain in the ass to haul her to and from. So I'm just waiting for a nice day here that I can wash it and wash it here and prime it at my own leisure here. And that's
soon enough, it'll get warm.
Yeah, like
I very much understand wanting it in your possession. You know that was my carry-on. Fine.
So yeah, like it's precious to me, and I almost
bought it a toddler seat.
So yeah, like there's just a couple things that I don't want to leave there overnight. Um, hell, I don't know how many toys I'm gonna be priming a lot of toys tonight. I just got
can't
this.
wait.
I got commissioned for this Sofubi toy that's like it's this big. It's tall. It's very tall. It's called the General. I don't remember um, who makes it, but I spent like 2 days trying to get it to stand right because it didn't want to stand, and I didn't. And I was asked not to make a base for it, even though that would have been my simple hack. Is just like sculpt part of the foot to attach to a base to magnetize the bottom. So I like spent 2 days heating and reforming it a little so it would stand, and it does. It has stood on my kitchen table for about since last night, so for 15 hours without falling over. I did put some ball bearings in the bottom of it, so but I'm very relieved that it's standing, and so it'll go there. But it'll when I'm after priming it, we all get these cubbies there that are like 2 by 2 by 2, and I've cleared out most of my cubby to use it as emergency storage space, and that one's going to be there, not because I'm going to run out of because of the shortage of storage space for stuff drying from the spray booth, but because if it should fall, I want it to fall in my cubby. I want it to fall like 4 inches against a wall or against one of the walls of the cubby, as opposed to like falling to its doom 3 to 8 feet. So yeah, like I'll have my Illuminati pieces there tonight. I'll be priming those, and a bunch of like 4 or 5 Chris Reiniak little guys, some from the Thimble Stump Hollow, and some from whatever another series that I got from Moto Fuji. Couple can bots. That's why I backed the Kickstarter, so I could customize a couple of them.
Everything's a DIY.
Yep, everything's a DIY. Put enough acetone on it, everything's a DIY.
Quite literally.
So yeah, I'll show you one later that yeah. And quick note for the can bots, the feet come off. The 3-inch ones. Yeah, the 5-inch one, the 5-inch one. The feet are part of the body mold, so it's all the body and the feet are one mold, but the 3-inchers are not. So they come off.
Interesting.
I won't tell you how I found out, but they do. And so like
Puka was pulling on one, and
no, but
I know.
It's like I want to replay the one I've got. Like technically, it'll be a can bot, even though with a new head and probably different feet, so it has the body of it. Just like putting yeah. So it's like
you're Frankensteining.
Ship of Theseus. So like just because it has the body of it. Just because it has the body.
Oh my God, we're going back to Theseus. We've come full circle in 6 months.
Actually, I wonder. Well, I'll be right back. I thought I'd be right back. Never mind. I was going to see if that can bot head fits somewhere else, but apparently I don't have it right here, so I'm not going to worry about it. So I assume, yeah, I'm not going to make, yeah. So yeah, that's that, and I don't know. I was in a great painting mood this week. Like, we got Monday off. We had a snow day on Tuesday.
Oh yeah, President's Day.
Yeah, and we had Tuesday, weird day at work. I came home and I was just like jamming out. Got cleaned up, and then told Alicia I'm going to go paint bright colors, and said I'll see you in about half an hour. 3 hours later, She's like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna have to reheat dinner." I'm like, "Oh, dinner's done, huh?" And I told one of my coworkers about that night the next day, and I went home and I was like, "I'm gonna recreate that," and just went back and painted more bright colors and had a good ass time. And then yesterday, or then Friday, kind of fell flat. So yeah,
And then I passed out.
yeah, and that's when the shit hit the fan.
That's when Rick hit a wall.
So yeah, so we're gonna recreate that. I just got Apple Music because they sent me a deal like, oh, we see you have the earbuds and we're gonna offer you 6 months free, but it'll cost you this much after this date. I'm like, great. The day before, set my calendar to say cancel this shit.
$10.99.
Yeah. So they want to charge. Yeah, they want to charge like $10. I'm like, oh,
Trust
I'm
me, I
canceling on
know.
Grandpa's.
I pay every month.
Like, see you guys later. I'm gonna listen to so much crap. You're gonna pay me to stop.
When you sent that to me, I was crying laughing. I'm like,
Yep. Yeah, great. Okay, week. And end it with a bang. And then this week I only get 4 days at work too. We have an unpaid Friday off. So that means I'll be doing an unpaid promotion on Thursday night to try and make a few more sales on the old website. Compensate me for not getting paid. Oh, there you go.
I like that. If I'm not getting paid, I'm getting paid.
I'm gonna get paid one way or the other. So yeah. Yeah, how are you doing?
I'm okay. Just tired. Just so tired. But it's gonna be like that, driving like that by myself yesterday, and then like my best friend was supposed to come with me, but his coworker had a fucking heart attack. And her husband wasn't anywhere like near home, so he rushed to drive her to the hospital. And he's like, "I'll let you know when I'm headed down to you." I was like, "Dude, stay with her. Like I'm good. Like I drove down alone. Like don't worry." But it gets it's exhausting because 3 hours there because the traffic, 2 hours straight home, which is great. But that's 5 hours plus like the 2.5 hours that you're there, and it's a lot. And then walking around a entire card show with my dad who refuses to listen to anybody who tells him to grade certain cards.
Oh.
But finally having experts tell him, he's like this, "Oh, okay." And I'm like as if, and the whole time I'm just like this to the people, "Thank you, thank you, thank you." And this little kid was hustling. He was so cute. He was like, "Free cards, free cards." So I go to my dad, "Give him $1." Kind of like teach him, selling and commerce, whatever. And then later on, he walks by. He's like, "I got this card for $5." Like, but in like actual like the sleeves, he had just like old Yankee cards like to like give out. It was adorable. And my dad goes to him, "All right, what do you got there? Let me see what you got." And he starts to like haggle with my dad. It's so funny. And I had brought my my Henry Ruggs card, which I don't know if you know who he is. Henry Ruggs was my wide receiver who last season killed somebody in Vegas in that drunk car accident.
No
Yeah,
idea.
it's a big bad thing. So right before I got that happened, my dad and I did a trade where he got my Amari Cooper card, who's on his team now, and I got the Ruggs card. And at the time, it was a great trade. It went very downhill for me very quickly. So I made a joke saying to my dad, like, "Oh, I'm going to bring this to the show," and like go up to someone and be like, "How much for my card?" And so they could be like less than 0, like -2.
You owe me $1 for looking at it.
Right? Yeah. You give me money to take it. So like we were at the people, like the booth of the people who like grade cards and stuff, and that's when the kid came up to do the hustling, and the guys were like, "You should just give it to a kid around here or something. He ain't gonna know." So I go to the kid, "You want this card?" Like, "You want this?" And he's like, "Thank you." And I'm like, when he walks away, I go, dad. He's gonna go up to his father and show him, and his father's gonna be like, "Who gave you a murderer's card?"
Ooh, you could put it. You should have like a mugshot section in your album.
They should have. And like, yeah, there's a piece of like jersey in there. That's why it was like a really good trade for me, like at the time, because it was like a special card, and he was supposed to be like this insane, like, and was was this insane receiver, like fucking
So,
top notch, and it just went
what did he receive for the accident?
jail.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if the court dates happened, but he was doing like 100 something miles per hour in a residential area in fucking Vegas, and he killed a girl who was walking her dog. So and I think he killed like a pastor. I don't know. It's a lot. I can't remember, but it was it was a lot. A lot happened to my team within like a week, because it was Gruden who got fired for being racist.
Mm-hmm.
And then every time it tells me I have low battery, I know phone. And then Ruggs happened, and then one of our other players was on Instagram with a gun, like, threatening people, and I'm like, what are all y'all doing?
Motherfuckers don't win, or learn, do they?
It's like you all this money and all this thing just waste, and like, and talent just fucking wasted. And
They're
like,
just bored. Like they've peaked so fast that they're bored.
like he was like, how old was Ruggs? Like 22, 23?
Like if
His
you
whole
made some
life's
of the
done.
yeah, but if you made some of those fuckers wait till they're like 30, their career span would be shorter, but should be a little more focused.
I did not want that card in my house. I was like, I'm going to a car
So
show.
you
Cool, bring
passed
it.
on a cursed card to a little kid.
Yep. Name Hunter.
How much do you think OJ Simpson card is worth?
I actually saw an OJ Simpson card there that was
No?
graded, and it was being priced for $300.
That's probably worth more than he is.
Unfortunately, I don't think Henry Ruggs is going to have the notoriety as OJ Simpson is for what he's done. But
does anybody want that notoriety?
no, hell no. That's why nobody wanted that. That's why nobody wanted that card.
Right.
That's why it was in that guy's case still.
Slippery slope, my friend.
I did get a card for myself though. One of my grandma's favorite players, Ken Stabler.
Mm-hmm.
So I went and I put it next to my grandpa's photo on like my memorial thing for like my grandma, my aunt, my mom, and my grandpa, which was kind of cool because like when I was going up to the tables, I'm like, do you have Kenny Stabler, Daryl LaMonica? And they're looking at me like, how old are you? Because that's in an era.
Old enough to know, bitch. Do you have it? I'm a paying customer. I'm this year's old.
Exactly.
I don't think I'd ever do that to somebody. You got a Pokemon custom? Yeah. You say yeah.
Right? Like, they said yeah, but they were like, really? I'm like, yeah. And I saw it was his name, Bobby Valentine, because he was there signing. Of course he was. And like, so, a few other people. And my dad goes up to Bobby and he's like, remember I umpired you a few years ago? And he's just like, yep, we did that. I'm like, yep, such a Bobby Valentine. Like, just, he's very like, that's nice. He's so he's just a dick. And then I go to him, I've never actually met you in that kind of respect, but you did give me a shot for free when the Knicks went to the playoffs a few years ago. And he goes, hey, thanks for remembering, and gives me a fist bump. And my dad's like, the fuck? Like I umpired him, and he's all excited that you remembered it. Sounds like yeah, because Bobby Valentine wants to be thanked. He does not want to know about you bonding with him somewhere. He wants to know that you appreciate him. Damn it. He ran. I told you he ran for mayor, and it was just like, and his whole platform was just I'm Bobby Valentine. But what are you gonna do about blah blah blah? I'm Bobby Valentine.
I hope that doesn't work for Herschel Walker.
I'm the golden child of Stanford. Okay. Sure, Bobby. You lost though. And then after he lost, he's like, I didn't really want to do it anyways. I'm like, they all say that. But he was funny. And my dad's like, should I go up to him and be like, I was also your auction bidder for your son's art, and you told me to stop at a certain dollar. I'm like, no, just go over there. Don't talk to him. Go back home. I thought that was kind of funny that like his son had some kind of art thing or whatever, and he's told my dad like stop bidding at a certain dollar amount. He's like, he could have just kept going. It's his own kid. I'm like, probably like certain he was just up bidding the thing for his kid. I doubt he actually wanted the item.
That sounds sweet though.
Right? Like you could be a dick in life to everybody else, but like sounds like a good dad to me. Bumping the price on his art just so he gets more money out of it.
I suppose.
Could you imagine though if he did get stuck with it?
Yeah. I mean, what the hell? Like, it happens to everybody once or twice, you know. You've never had anybody on eBay that's selling something on eBay and they're like, hey, can you bid on this? Because I know it's worth more and it's been hovering. It could use a bump, blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, twice.
Okay.
My friend asked me to sell his PlayStation and he thought it was worth more. So he, on his own, upbid it from his profile since I was selling it for him and then sold it to himself. I was like, stop doing that. Like, oh my, it would have been gone by now if you didn't do that twice.
Well, let's see what else. I don't know.
Remind everybody that blue green.
Oh yeah, color of the month. Yeah. So this Saturday, 6 days from now, color of the month is blue green. And
blue green.
Well, I did some stuff that I'll show for the technique of the week too, which is kind of cool. I might have actually found like my favorite bottle.
Ooh.
Our favorite container. So I'll share that too. Get to try those out more this week, and I'll share that. But all the tangents in the world bring us to the end.
That's us.
That's us. All right. So, Choletta, tell everybody where they can find you.
Still deactivated, but technically Mad Hatches LLC on Instagram because I'm posting my art on there. I'm sorry if I don't respond to messages. I give me a week. Give me maybe one more week of peace.
All right.
And madhatches.net. That's right. I have a website. It's up.
Wait for it. Okay. Very good. All right. I'm Rick Stroh, RICSTROH on Instagram, and we will see you Saturday for all the good vibes. And rule number 1, which Nicole exercised yesterday, everybody talks about Paint Club. All right. See you later.